Hey Canucks fans, it is Canucks game day. It's my favorite team against my least favorite team. It's the team with current Canucks players against the team with all former Canucks players. Let's break it all down and let's take a look at the Canucks' slim but still alive playoff chances. I'm Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Saturday, April the 23rd. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. It is game number 79 for the Vancouver Canucks, their fourth to final game of the season, and they're playing against my least favorite team in the entire world, the Calgary Flames. They're a little bit better in my book since they've got Markstrom and Tanev, because I do like Markstrom and Tanev, but overall, the history of the two franchises, playoff history, that brawl back in early 2014, so many reasons why I dislike the Calgary Flames. So I want the Canucks to win every game, but I especially want them to win tonight, to beat Calgary, and to keep their playoff hopes alive. Sounds like it's going to be the same lineup that played in the loss on Thursday night in Minnesota, and that would mean that it's Demko in net with, I guess if Halak's not backing him up, I guess it will be, that's a good question. I guess we'll see who's backing him up, whether it's Martin or DiPietro. I never even thought about that. Probably Martin, but we'll see with Halak being injured, unless Halak can dress, but I doubt it. The way Boudreau was talking, seems like Halak might be done for the year. So let's worry about the backup goaltender later, but Demko will be in net. Then, even though he didn't practice, Tyler Myers got the morning off practice. Apparently he is going to play. So it's OEL and Myers, Hughes and Schenn, and then Dermott and Hunt. With Myers missing practice this morning, Boudreau simply said he wanted to give him some time off. Actually, Travis Dermott was skating with Ekman Larsson. Hughes stayed with Schenn. And then you had Hunt and Burrows skating on the third pairing. But expect Dermott to play with Hunt, Hughes, Schenn, and then Ekman Larsson back with Tyler Myers. And if he does miss tonight's game for whatever reason, he's the only player who's played all 78 games for the Canucks so far. So that would break his streak, his chance at a perfect season when it comes to games. And remember, he took that one shoulder elbow to his head against Minnesota that led to, it wasn't because of that, but he was out there for one of the Minnesota goals where he was shaken up earlier in the play. So hopefully he's okay and that he plays tonight. Then up front, I love the gutsy effort of JT Miller blocking that shot. Brad Richardson breaking his nose, but both guys will play today. So if it's the same lineup, that means Miller will play a Podkolzin and Chason. Petey will center Besser and Garland. Your third line will be Lamico, Highmore, and Lockwood, and your fourth line will be Dickinson with Richardson and with Sheldon Dry. So that's how the Canucks will likely line up tonight. So yeah, a couple of things that I mentioned really quickly, especially the Halak one. The Halak one's interesting because if he's out for the rest of the season, and remember there's only 4 games, then what do you do? Because Abbotsford's going to start their playoffs soon, but then you probably want to get Spencer Martin into a game or two. Of course, it depends on the Canucks playoff chase. If the Canucks win tonight, and then I think you got to go with Demko again against Seattle. As long as they're mathematically still in, I think you run the table with Demko. But if likely the Canucks don't make it all the way to the end, are not alive for the playoffs by the end of the season, then maybe you play Demko in your last home game on Thursday the 28th, and then you give Spencer Martin the away game in Edmonton on a back-to-back for the last game of the season on Friday the 29th. That's the way I think it's going to go, unless the Canucks lose tonight and are... I don't know if they can be mathematically eliminated tonight, but if they lose tonight, it's pretty tough. So let's talk about that actually for the last few minutes here. Right now, the Canucks have 87 points with 4 games remaining. Vegas has 89 points with 4 games remaining, and Dallas has 91 points with 4 games remaining. So they all have played 78 games of this 82-game season. It's kind of funny. We went back and forth all season. Should we be chasing the wild card spot and then have to face Colorado in the first round, or should we be chasing the third Pacific spot and then get Edmonton in the first round? And then I would go back and forth depending obviously on how the Canucks were doing and how the division and the wild card races were looking. So the last couple of weeks I've been focused on catching LA, passing Vegas, and finishing third in the Pacific. Well, that's not going to happen. LA already has 94 points with only 3 games remaining. The Canucks can only max out at 95 points. So LA would basically, and we play them once, I get it, but LA would basically have to donk all 3 remaining games. So although a possibility, highly unlikely. So let's take Pacific out of the picture right now, and let's look at that last wild card spot. And yes, I know the reward is a first round match with the Avalanche. If Dallas is 4 points up with 4 games remaining, Vegas is 2 points up with 4 games remaining, and then the Canucks with 4 games remaining. What's interesting is we hold the tiebreaker over Dallas, but we don't hold the tiebreaker over Vegas. So let's say the Canucks win all 4 of their games and they get 8 points out of those 4 games. They get to 95 points on the season. 95. Now Dallas has 91, but we hold the tiebreaker over them. So Dallas can get, remember, this is all presuming that we win all 4 of our games. If Dallas gets 95 points, that means they got to get 4 points in their final 4 games. Truly 500, so whether that's 2-2 or 1-0-2, 1-1-2, that adds up to 4 as well. Basically, if Dallas finishes with the same number of points as Vancouver, Vancouver holds the tiebreaker, which is great. However, Vegas holds the tiebreaker over Vancouver, so Vegas cannot finish with the same number of points. So if we max out at 95, Vegas is 89 right now with 4 games remaining, so they can only get to 94, because if they get to 95, they actually beat us with their tiebreaker. So that means if we need Dallas to go, Vegas to get 5 points over their final 4, they can go 2-1-1. That gets them their 5 points. Actually, that's the only way they can get their 5 points, is by going 2-1-1. So the Canucks can still make the playoffs when you factor in tiebreakers if the Canucks go 4-0 and finish with 95. If Dallas goes 2-2 or 1-0-2, they finish with 95 or anything less than that. And Vegas has to get to 94, so Vegas can go 2-1-1. So it's not impossible, but obviously we do not control our own fate now. And remember, this is all based on the Canucks winning all 4 of their games. So that's where we got to start. If we don't even think that's going to happen, then all of this is moot, really. And the Canucks got to beat Calgary tonight. So I think this is what we do, Canucks fans. We hope that the Canucks beat Calgary tonight, and if they do, then we can look at the math and say, okay, there's still a chance. And it would really help if Vegas and Dallas lose their next games. Then we can beat Seattle on Tuesday. So then we're sitting at 91 points with 2 games remaining. And then that makes that LA game on Thursday night absolutely massive. But not for LA, but for us. So that's where it is right now, Canucks fans. The Canucks are not mathematically eliminated. That's why they're going to play their strongest lineup, including Demko. But for all intents and purposes, they have to win tonight. They absolutely have to win tonight. Doesn't matter if it's regulation, overtime, shootout. They have to win tonight. They don't win tonight, then they can only finish with 93 points, and you're not going to get to the playoffs with 93 points. So truly, we are now into must-win territory. Not only must-win, but you got to get a bit of help from other teams playing against Dallas and playing against Vegas. And I just realized that I think Justin told me that Vegas and Dallas play each other once, so that's at least one guaranteed win for one of those 2 teams. Let's just hope that's not a 3-point game. Okay, so that's what's going to happen. Canucks fans, give me your score prediction. Give me your first Canucks goal scorer. I'm going Old Faithful. Last 4 games, got to stick to the process. 4-2 Vancouver with Petey scoring the first goal. Give me your score predictions down below and let me know how you're feeling about this Canucks slim playoff chances. Shout out to my sponsors, Perform and Transform, Personal Training and Weight Loss, and Advanced CD Experts Real Estate Group, and to my members, Legendary Lucas Gates, Legendary Justin Credible, Legendary Andrew Chang, Hall of Fame members Jens 95, Sim Alexander, Chris Seifert, Adam Brewfield, Shannon Hollingworth, HSN Fangirl Gaming, Smooth Groove, and Carol Bovenlander. Thank you for your support as always, and thanks to the support of all members at all levels. You are listed in my video descriptions. If you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, press the join button underneath this during my videos or the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. If you made it this far, 9 minutes into the video, it's a Saturday, 4 games left, Canucks still have chances. Let's say, and it's a nice day out today. You know, I think for today, the code word should be hot. H-O-T. Hot. Whether you're talking about yourself, whether you're talking about me, whether you're talking about the Flames, i.e. hot heat, or whether it's a sunny day or the Canucks got to get on a hot streak. Type in the word hot. Hopefully YouTube doesn't think we're talking about anything X-rated, and we will go from there. So Canucks fans, subscribe if you'd like to. Like this video if you'd like to. Leave a comment down below if you'd like to. Score prediction, first Canucks goal scorer, and the word hot. And become a member or upgrade if you'd like to. Stay safe, stay healthy, Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. And by the way, I forgot. It's Saturday. That means tomorrow's Sunday. That means go to my community tab and leave me a question for tomorrow's Ask Me Anything vlog. Okay, for real. Stay safe, stay healthy. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Have a great day and enjoy the Canucks game. God bless. And go Canucks go.